Good morning, everybody, and happy rainy Friday. Welcome to another Riding to Work with Coach Rob. I have a special guest today who is a little camera shy. My daughter Molly's sitting in the back seat because they don't have school today. Want to say hi, Molly? There you go. Good job, buddy. So it actually worked out well that Molly's in the car with me today. I wanted to talk about emotions and feeling the feels, as we like to say in my coaching practice. So I have a client who I work with one-on-one, former professional athlete. Okay, so alpha, top dog kind of guy. And when you're in that position, as most of us have been taught, especially as males, we're taught that showing emotion shows weakness. What kind of example do you think that sets for future generations? Emotions, sadness, anger, frustration, depression, happiness, nervousness, all those things that we feel are natural. It's our body's response to something. Okay? For a long time, I avoided emotion as well. I was taught growing up, you don't really show it. I went to my dad's parents' funerals, and not one tear was shed. Can't remember seeing him cry, other than happy tears when myself and my brother succeeded in a way. So it's funny that he wasn't comfortable showing sadness or vulnerability, but to cry when he was happy was okay. So that's what I learned. Up until recently, I'm talking years, 2-3 years ago, I had not cried a real cry since an hour or so before we pulled the plug on my dad died of cancer. Probably 15 years ago now. It's 15 years in January, I think. So Molly passed away after that. Might have been a trickle of a tear there, but I became the Rock because I thought that's what my job was. I thought that's what strong men did, and strong women. I know women that are embarrassed by emotion as well, so it's not mutually exclusive to the male population. What I've learned recently is real strength comes when you recognize your emotions. You allow yourself to experience them. Feel the feels. If you're sad and you want to cry, it's okay. My daughter sitting behind me, Molly, has seen me cry. And that's okay. When you're angry, it's okay to be angry and frustrated. How you handle it is a different story. There's certain ways to handle anger and frustration. Do you recognize why? Do you give out a little yell? Take a couple deep breaths. Breathe through. Understand, process, and move past or learn from the emotion. So, experiencing emotion is important. I brought up my client because in one of our sessions, he had said that he hadn't cried since talking to a pastor when he was 17. He's close to my age. I don't think he's 40 yet. I don't know exactly, but he's somewhere around that age. Could you imagine going 20 plus years without experiencing your emotions? Imagine how much space that takes up inside of you. So what I work on with my clients is making room and freeing up space here inside of you. You make room and free up space for new emotions, new experiences. If you bottle up, hang on to, and lock in these old emotions, what happens when something new happens? What happens when you experience the greatest joy in your life? You have nowhere to put it. Or you've been avoiding emotion so long that you don't allow yourself to enjoy it fully. Can you imagine that? I'm sure you can, because that's how most of us live. That's how I lived up until I'd say a year and a half, 2 years ago. Until I realized I was full. My tank was full. I didn't have room to experience new emotions. I didn't allow it because I had nowhere to put it. You know, you feel things in your stomach? Well, mine was full. My bucket was overflowing. I had no room for anything new. I had to make room. So now, I have an emotion. I lean into it. Experience it. I feel it. That's what I challenge you to do. Male, female, young, old, doesn't matter. There's this big stigma behind emotions. The girl cries too much, she's weak or emotional. The guy cries, he's weak. If someone yells, they're angry. They have a bad for they're hostile. So experience them. Live life. Experience life. Recognize and enjoy all emotions. Anger, frustration, happiness, sadness. Understand them. Let yourself experience these things. Alright? Recognize why they're there. Recognize why you feel sad. Do you feel sad because someone passed away? Or do you feel sad because you're no longer going to see that person? Or that person's not going to be part of your life? Or do you feel sad because you had unfinished business or conversations with a person? Understand why you feel sad. And then once you understand it, you know what? You can fix it. Or understanding it helps you process and move through it. I had unfinished conversations with my father. And I looked in those. I experienced those emotions again. 15 years after he passed away, I allowed myself to experience that emotion. And not regret not having a conversation or saying something, but understand why. And I was able to, I don't want to say forgive myself, but forgive myself for the way I felt. You know, the anger, frustration, and the conversations I didn't have. I wrote them down. And it was okay. When I was done, I'm like, wow, everything is okay. Like, in the moment, there was peace. Now, that's not easy to do. I'll tell you, it was rough. It was rough doing it. I had a lot of tears, a lot of emotions. I had to take breaks. I couldn't stay in it. But once I got through it, man, I freed up space. It's a whole new me. I had people tell me, without knowing that I had gone through that, they're like, wow, you look lighter. The world around you seems lighter. I'm like, I feel lighter. I didn't lose any weight. I just offloaded this big weight vest or this big barrier, this big block I was carrying around. Didn't need to be there. Okay? So, understand your emotions. Experience them. Let them happen. Enjoy them. Even the bad ones. You know, even the ones you don't enjoy feeling or you don't want to feel, they're there for a reason. Okay? Don't take up more space than you need to. Make sure you leave space to experience new and amazing things in your life. All right? Happy Friday. It's a rainy day. It's a great day. Let's go enjoy life and experience things. Say bye, Molly.